It's okay. Off your mind, it's okay. Off your mind,
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go sama us, call am hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego politico, yeah, yeah. My ego don't come, oh, yeah, yeah. This one not the off in mind, oh, yeah, yeah. My ego don't come, oh, yeah, yeah. Can in the touchlight every corner, oh, yeah, yeah. My ego don't come, oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle so they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego don't the politico, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my ego, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my ego diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Kwam and Pikin they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego don't. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Mayegun dayari politico. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Mayegun máa wí. àní ẹ̀sùn rájò.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ,
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn rájò.
Máyégún ti dé.
Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o,
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn rájò.
Máyégún ti dé.
Hello there, brethren. So good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and a good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. It is Máyégún live. So thank you very much for joining me. And remember, as you are tuning in, after reading the caption of the broadcast, read the description of the broadcast as well. Then like it, share it, invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell them all that Máyégún today. And if you have done that already, a very big thank you to you. So tonight, as I probably expect anyway, that so many of you have been seeing the video, a viral video of a young lady who, who was in this fisticuff, this struggle with the airline, air crew of the Ibom Air, the Akwa Ibom State's government airline. So you've seen that, and the subsequent actions taken by the authority, as well as the reactions of the people, including yourself, as it is expected. It was just a few days ago that the Fuji superstar and a Fuji star, Kwam was saying to be attempting to hijack an aircraft, a commercial aircraft in Abuja, in which also the reactions that followed left a few people surprised. Again, few weeks back, not so long ago, just a few weeks ago, about maybe 3-4 weeks ago, on social media, Nigerians were debating the difference between Lapo baby and Nepo baby. Nepo simply means, the people who have a leverage over you because they have money, and therefore they will benefit from the nepotism of the system, the impunity in the system, so they can get away with it. Nepo babies. Lapo babies are also Nigerians who are expected, as pronounced, right, to have come from the struggling families. That whatever the Nepo babies gets away with, Lapo baby may die, even attempting half of it. So that conversation again will bring us back to the event of a few days ago, where after the initial denial, Kwam eventually released a video, an apology video, where he apologized to Tifnumbu, apologized to Otobokeyamo, apologized to the Airline, I think, and then the likes of Abiku, Dabaru took the video to help amplify the fact that, oh my God, Kwam is humble. So what else do you want? Do you want to cut off his head? He said he's sorry. He takes responsibility. But the story has changed though. Just a few days after that. Just to show to you the inequality in the system that has breeded so much disdain, and at the same time, help the resurgence of dissent. People who feel like the inequality in this system makes this place worse than a zoo or a jungle, a place where the laws are made for you, Some are made for them, for themselves, and others are for you. A country where the criminal, the supposed leaders, are telling their people to do as they say, not as they do. So all this level of inequalities are to possibly educate, the younger generation of Nigerians who themselves are also towing the path of their own parents, believing that they have a country and therefore they are a citizen of that country. They have rights. But events like this are to remind you that, listen, that Nigeria is not working and is lawless. It's because the criminals in charge of the place want it to be lawless. That doesn't mean that you can be lawless. In that regard, the same crime can even carry a maximum punishment for you right before your very eyes. And there's nothing you can do about it. The imbalance, some called it injustice. And again, the impunity of the system in itself, right? That one seems like systemic, like generational. So let me explain that as well. Nigeria is a society where you may disagree with me, so it's okay. Nigeria is a society where when you have a majority lament about something, for example, but it is a society where people sort of like strive to be better than their neighbors. The sense of community, the sense of, there's no real sense of community anymore. Talk less of having a sense of nationhood in which you can collectively condemn, an act and ensure that such people are punished, because just to make sure that the society you're all going to exist in is a just and normal and lawful society. But it is a society where people, sort of like struggle to be better than their neighbors. And the mentality of I better pass my neighbor, right? Which is evident, makes it more like, okay, if I, as a person, want to go to Lagos from Uyo, you understand, I may not be able to afford the flight, right? So I may just have to go through the night bus, take all the risk. But if I am better off, come on, if the flight is now being sold for, if the ticket is now being sold for 400,000 naira round trip from what it used to be of 30,000 naira round trip, as the country changed though. So those who are better off, or those who are finally kind of like managed to get above the water, to them it's like, you know what, I'll just take the flight. Now, that taking the flight in this sense is not because of, it's not because of the matter of urgency for many of them. It is just a matter of a class, social class. So in that regard, some of them, Nigerians, tend to then carry this kind of like attitude of, do you know what I've done to get to the level I am? I like you that is here, you can, that condescending sort of like mindset. It's not limited to their rich. It is actually something that so many Nigerians are always like, sort of like, striving to become better past my neighbor. I could like get something better than what everybody is getting, and the rest of that shit. So when Kwam was caught in that leaked audio where he was threatening the owners of Value Jet, I'll deal with them and all of that, you could you could feel his bruised ego, right? Like imploding the way he was talking. Because to him, he was like, do you know who I am? How dare you, Now, more we leave that aside. Comfort, or call her Comfort. Some are already calling her KWAMFORT, or KWAMFORTer, or KWAMFIghter. So she is now considered as the female version. So the first video that made it to the internet automatically sort of like indicted her. In fact, there were those that not until maybe hours later that they started like scrutinizing the video properly, right? That they now started asking questions like, wait, but come on, why would they have to like treat her that way? What actually happened? Now let me tell you what I know that you possibly have heard or you have not. Okay. So the first video released, we saw KWAMFORT trying to exit the plane in Lagos. An air hostess blocking the exit that she can't leave. We didn't know why. Then in a twinkle of an eye, a few woes in the face of the air hostess. Now that will annoy everybody. That will kind of like, I think that is what actually triggered a lot of people. Even though it's kind of like a mixed thing for many, how should we react? A few days ago, we're still talking about how Nigeria is so worse, and somebody just got away with, harassing and assaulting airport staff or airline staff by pouring them what is believed to be an alcohol content from his flask because, they won't let him take that on board. So how do you react to this now? Like, why would you even slap the air hostess? As they say sometimes on social media, or many times on social media, the first video doesn't really tell the whole story. Do you get that now? And action, an act caught on camera, right? That is established kind of like an assault. But what happened? Go. Like what happened? From the available verified information, KWAMFORT boarded the Uyo-Lagos flight from Ibom, from Uyo. And while they were all like boarding, she was told to switch off her phone before the flight. Like, the way they always say, please, can you please switch off your phone and all of that old kind of like warning, right? And he said, he told them that I don't need to off my phone. I've already put it on airplane mode. So meaning it's already on airplane mode. I don't have to off it. And I think that infuriated one of the crew member on board. Typical Nigerian, that sometimes you just wonder, why is everybody like angry? You walk into the business center and all of that, and you just suddenly see those who are supposed to attend to you like always angry, like frowning, and you're like, why are they like angry? Anyway, somebody didn't take that well. So what happened? The plane left Uyo. Upon arrival in Lagos, it was time for everybody to start leaving the plane. Suddenly, they told her she couldn't leave. No, you won't go. You can't. Why? No, you can't. We've called the security. The airport security, they are coming to come and have a word with you. And as a typical Nigerian as well, so they be all of them be Nigerians inside Nigeria, inside that same Emilio-economics, Tifnubunomic, where everybody they suffer and they smile. It wasn't long. So she was like, oh, you can't hold me here. You can't hold me here. So at that point, she was preventing other passengers from deplaning, like leaving the plane. It wasn't that that started this whole thing. It was them, in fairness. And I'll show you some of the videos. I'll show you some. In fact, I should start showing you them so that we can cut it in between. So, yeah. So the first one that made it to the internet that got a lot of people infuriated, why some, no matter how it looked, is not as worse as that of Kwam 1. So the first part of the Wahala. It's a long watch. Yeah.
What did you do? What did you do?
She is
Did you mean? I came with
this was your counter.
I came with it.
She's hitting me. She is hitting me. She's hitting me. bring it down. They will bring it down. She was giving her slap left and right. She was slapping for the head. She strangled her like for 5 minutes. Yeah. They just got her down. She was picking her. She was just like trying to calm down. She was like serious slap, but she was giving to her.
For having in mind, and everyone said having in mind to do this for me. I want to know how much you want to do it for this today.
Wait. Don't touch her because they are recording. And you're going to get the NCA. Yeah, don't touch her. Don't forget it. Let her
I want to see it.
Let's take her out of this place now.
Operations run for you.
Go ahead. Go with them.
Standing by to instructions.
I want to see the head of that She injured me. Like I can actually feel the pain. Like she cut me. I just want to see after. I don't understand. Hello, I'm not picking your bag.
Where after? Let us go
Hear me. You know the thing is, even while she was coming and speaking, nobody could hold her. Like nobody, nobody could bundle her.
After they bring her, come down. Close it up. Bring your luggage.
We can bring it with another motor. We can bring it with another motor.
No, let our luggage. Where we go?
Let the crew come. Let the crew come.
Who cannot follow?
Let's enter another bus.
Serious.
At least when I see everything now. So it wasn't just the struggle from inside the aircraft, which many of you possibly have seen. That was the time when they were like dragging her out of the plane. She was stripped naked. That clothing you saw on her, that wasn't the same clothing that she had on. So she was stripped naked, we're all out there. And that was kind of like sad to start with. But like I said, that wasn't the beginning of the video. Okay? So the genesis was the fact that the air stewardess have been a hostess said they have called the security because she disobeyed them in Uyo. And upon arrival in Lagos, they wanted her either questioned or arrested. She was not told what she would be expecting when she get down. She wasn't told why they are keeping her in the plane, except that the security were coming. She wasn't. They had to force her in to keep her in the plane. And I'll show you that one too. But you see all of her tantrum on the tarmac, hitting people and all of that stuff, that kind of further aggravated things, which then made her the villain. That make her the villain. No longer the, I don't want to say, maybe not villain or not that, but that kind of make her the aggressor. Not somebody who got triggered and reacted that, violently. But what did they do to her in the plane? Before she got to that door where she was stopped from actually leaving, I'll show you. Here, somebody else, I think another passenger recorded this and shared it. This was at the supposed airport, I think airport staff, the airline crew members doing this to her.
Madam, I beg come on for a make I pass. Everybody that leave the restaurant. Come on for a make I pass. I don't see wahala. I want to go out. And here hostess is standing on the way. Madam, I beg come on for a make I pass. Everybody that leave the restaurant. Come on for a make I pass.
Now, like I said, that is not in sort of like endorsing our behavior. So that's what will now bring us to the crux of the matter now. Whether they handled it, they handled the situation professionally. I'm talking about Ibom here now, or they didn't handle it professionally. That should be left for the regulating body to investigate, which also will lead to the assault on her staff. That is a no-no. Anyone and every one of us should probably be aware of this, or should know now that no matter what happened, the moment you get to the premises of the airport, you have to actually comply with every rule before things get escalated. Because any violence within that space can be treated as an act of terrorism, an act of violence, and they all carry sentences where you can be to jail, and also you can get banned for life, never to fly. They call it a no-fly list. So wherever your name pops up, they will tell you, no, we can't say you airline. No airline will take you. So we should know that. Okay. Now, something like that happened. We didn't catch that on camera. Okay. And like I said just a few days ago. And in case if some of you probably have forgotten and all that, let me rejig your memory. And then we'll get to the, like I said, we'll get to the interesting part, the reactions of the authority on these two cases a few days ago.
You don't like though. You don't end there. Hold on, Saka never remove this, Saka! Let's go. It's moving already. Wait now, say you strong. Why you not wait?
Again, this is not me trying to look for something to justify that disgusting behavior of that passenger. No. That's not the where we are going. We are going to the part where you and I, we are likely Lapo babies. Do you understand? You and I, we are just Lapo babies. And for any reason, we don't even have to do enough. We don't even have to do half of what this guy does before we'll be slammed with the worst of the worst kind of like hits. That's the point. That's where we're going. The inequality in that system that some people have, some of you have accepted it. But the point here is that you may accept it simply because you have not been the direct victim, like, you know. But it is not normal. It is not right. So you saw what you did again, Abby, trying to hold the entire aircraft hostage. He almost killed himself in the process. Did you see the airport staff there begging him? They were begging him, Alaji, sorry, Alaji, Kuru, Alaji, sorry, Alaji, it's okay, Alaji, After that, they took him to another room where some senior officials were begging him to. That was when they recorded the audio where he threatened the staff, threatened the pilot, threatened the airline, the owner. Even though he made a video after that to say he's sorry. He was not arrested. He was supposed to be arrested there. That's the point. But no, they were writing epistles. How this is a wrong thing. They even announced the suspension of the pilots before they announced the no-fly list for Kwam 1. The same Kwam 1 that they said no-fly list. He flew out of Abuja that day. He has been to Abuja again. He has, you know. But this one, which is where you and I, we have something in common. If you think you are a big man in that contraption, it is when things like this happens that you get to realize that you are just a Lapo baby, a Lapo child that possibly can afford a nice thing, that can afford nice things. Inequality in a system, right, is considered as a bane of progress or development in any society. You won't progress. So their reactions. The first thing was for the FAAN and another group called AON. They see her. So they released statements. So after that incident, by the way, they took her. She was arrested. And she was taken to Kirikiri. Are you listening? Which, to me, is like what they say, F around and F out, you know, found out. F around and found out. But it would have made sense if the same application of law is applicable to the high and the low, just like that. That's how you have a society, a just society. At least listen to this. Listen to this. They said it is a recurring incident of unruly passenger behavior at Nigerian airports. Now you will go take, make the examples of others. You get? The Federal Airport Authority said blah, 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 blah. So because of this, moving forward, the authority will not hesitate to implement relevant sanctions as stipulated in ICAO. Sanctions like, you know, put her on a no-fly list, either for some years or for life. These ones on the right, they call them AON. I'm actually just seeing them for the first time. During that of Kwam 1, we don't hear them, but listen to their own statement or read it on your screen. We condemn the violent incident involving Mrs. Comfort Emerson. The incident which Ibom here described, from the initial refusal by the passenger to comply with safety instructions regarding mobile phone usage, which led to the brutal physical assault on Ibom Air crew members and the attempted use of a fire extinguisher as a weapon, constitutes one of the most severe cases of unruly passenger behavior witnessed. Severe cases. What Kwam 1 did is not severe. That was just blocking the plane. Did you not see what that guy did? It was severe. It's the most dangerous thing anybody can do. This was not just disruptive. It was a sustained violent attack that placed the lives of crew, passengers, and the integrity of the aircraft itself at risk. It is also worth. There's a place they even mentioned Ushiomole. They referenced to Ushiomole. They referenced Kwam 1. They said, no, on this Kwam 2, we are going to call it quit. Together now, say they stand united with Ibom here and all our members in maintaining a zero tolerance policy towards unruly blah, 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 blah. Anyway, I don't have to read all of that. It's on your screen. Pause it, read it. That's their reaction. So what's the reaction of government? I'll show you. That was also very swift, very, very quick. Fraudsters Otobokeyamo released this document online earlier this afternoon, right? And it is a statement, it is a court charge sheet where she has already been taken to court, charged in about 5 counts. The first count, that Uyo-Comfort on the 10th day of August 2025 at about 14:30 hours while on board Ibom Air did behave in an unruly and disorderly manner by shouting on top of your voice, abusing and assaulting the flight crew, and refusing to disembark from the aircraft after landing, and thereby committed an offense contrary to Section 41A and punishable under Section 42 of Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria Bylaw 2005. They said she refused to come down. No. Count 2, that Uyo-Comfort on the same date did assault one Juliana Edward by slapping and hitting her cheeks with your right hand, and thereby committed an offense contrary to Section 8 of Criminal Law of Lagos State of Nigeria. Right. Count 3. Right. They said that in the aforementioned magisterial district did assault one Yokpame Shagun by hitting her face with your slippers, and thereby committed an offense contrary to Section 170 of Lagos State Criminal Law. Count 4. They said you did willfully damage the aircraft divider. So now you say there is other extra thing, apart from this court. We say they said you did willfully damaged the aircraft divider curtain valued $2,500 belonging to Ibom Airline, and thereby committed an offense contrary to and punishable under Section 350 of the Criminal Laws of Lagos State. Count 5, that Uyo-Comfort did willfully damaged one brooch was that belonging to Juliana Comfort. Okay, maybe they ring Juliana's a cheek with that slap. Are you following? Now, in fairness, right? In fairness, that is what should happen to you if you fight on the plane. That's what will happen to you. Whether you fight the flight crew or you fight with your fellow passenger, or you even fight with your friends, any disruptive behavior comes with different kind of charges once you are arrested. In fact, sometimes if it's in the US, they will send you the bill. I heard, Abby, in the US, if you damage something inside the aircraft, after the whole thing is sorted and all that, maybe you go to jail, they still send you your bill, right? So you are owing them $16,000. Your damages is valued at, you still pay. You're still going to pay. So that's how it should be. So the only reason why we are having this chat today is because that is not how it is in their contraption. Somebody will sit down and I can be explaining to you, like say, Omo, you are a blind, deaf, and dumb person. They begin to try to kind of like, hey, boy, it's a different one. It's, they will defend it. Find me reasons to. That's what we're talking about. The injustice, the imbalance. Tifnumbuse's son kidnapped a supposed Nan's president, beat him up, forced him to issue an apology to Sheyi, and nothing happened afterward because nothing will happen. That's the society you have, So we shouldn't be having this conversation at all if this is not a very good textbook example or textbook definition of impunity, nepotism, as well as, inequality in the system. A system that people who are so insecure, people who have a low self-esteem, right, hide behind the public power, right, to do a lot of grandstanding and show that they have this and that. And meanwhile, what they have done is to corrupt the system, compromise the system, never to really serve the people, but just to be used, their own whims and caprices and all that. So now Comfort has been locked up in Kirikiri. She's been locked up in Kirikiri maximum prison. And yeah, they're going to say, okay, she's now going to be like a Comfort, KWAMFORT versus Akwa Ibom versus Nigerian Police IG versus Lagos State. I would like to see how that ends. So the people are now advising Comfort and say, hey, Comfort, if you can hear us, how about you make a video? An apology video. Just make sure that you apologize to Tifnumbu, apologize, and hopefully you can get the same treatment. So the only thing that will be different from your treatment and that of K1 is just going to be the body pain, as well as a night or 2 nights in prison. Just make a video and say you are sorry. And, apologize to Tifnumbu twice. Maybe make it 3 times because you're not K1. And hopefully, Abikuda Dabaru will see your video, apology video, and she can amplify it and tell the whole world that to her is human. To forgive is divine, Abi. Yeah, that's what she did. And Nigerians actually entered when she published a video of Kwam apologizing. And she titled it, to her is human. And Nigerians went there and said, to do prison is law. To err is man, is human. Now, when you don't err, yeah, the next thing is to do prison. But that's not what Abiku Dabaru had in mind. He just wanted to gaslight the people, make them feel like, what else do you want now? I said he's sorry. Not like I know, not like I think anything will happen to Kwam, but it's just that it thinks it's so stinky for anybody, any rational person, right, to look at all these happenings and never be moved. Like, feel like, how can a country work like this? And these are the ones that make it to the media. Many others don't. You know. So again, we put it out. We put that out there, and we wish KWAMFORT 2. I've been at Kwam 2 in this adventure. So wish her very well. So leaving that aside, brethren, here in River State, they add IBAS, a fever. Yeah, it's almost time for the illegal sole administrator appointed by Koolu for the people of River State to wrap it up and possibly crawl back to wherever he crawled out from. I don't think he's crawling away anytime soon. Because, and this is also like a two-edged sword. So I'll tell you. Tifnumbu removed the democratically elected governor without the National Assembly approval. Then he finally got the National Assembly approval, which has no any base in law. And right now, Tifnumbu and his gang are trying to smuggle sole administrator. The power to appoint sole administrator, declare state of emergency. They are trying to smuggle it into your constitutional amendment. I don't know if some of you are aware of that. I don't know. Well, if you're not, now you do. So he committed an illegality, right? And people just ranted, people lamented, complained, and all that, and nothing happened. It's almost 6 months though. And when this illegal guy came in, the first thing they did is to completely undo everything that Fulbara did. His political appointment, so is approved, promoted civil servant. So Alaye came and he removed everything and he started making his own appointments, including dissolving the electoral body of the state. Sole administrator, illegal. Somebody that was not elected is sitting and moving about, is living in government house, is sleeping in government in a governor's lodge, is signing the check on behalf of the millions of people of the state, and all people have been doing is just to rant and lament. So the illegality has possibly have become legal now, and many of them have pledged their loyalty to the guy. But here is something. There are still people who believe that this is absolute nonsense. It shouldn't be happening. How could a sole administrator that has no real basis in law or your constitution have such power like executive power given to him by Tifnumbu? How? Anyway, we'll stop asking questions, okay? So what happened next is that the guy is trying to conduct a local government elections just before he leaves, if he ever leaves. The full barra that majority of people are, protesting for, supporting and doing all of that, come out to tell them that he didn't send them, that their actions have continued to complicate things for him. Meaning, all of you complaining either on TV or on the streets about what's going on in River State, you're not doing it in the interest of the full barra himself. Rather, you are complicating things. So in the last 6 months, the sole administrator of River State has ensured that not only that with the weakest men, as expected, have been, recruited into the RCEC, the River State Independent Electoral Commission. That's sorted. Now, what we are now hearing is that the reason why he had to, not like Fulbara has any power to change anything the way I think, this is all about, right? The guy said he's no longer interested in the government house, but somehow, he hasn't told them that he's no longer interested in coming back and just say, fuck it, I'm not doing it again. Rather, he has been begging, pleading in order to be brought back. So there is no threat that he will do otherwise than whatever he is told to do. So why the rush? Is there something that maybe people don't know? Anyway, so they've kind of like drawn the list. And with the weakest men, those guys who are those old men who are parading everywhere, fighting Fulbara at that time, majority of them have been listed to return as local government chairmen, which is why they wanted to kill the fool before, you know, like they took the feeding bottle out of their mouth. So they will be coming to become a chairman. But the twist to the whole thing now is that, is this even legal? So Rivers State has now become a place where you can say it's a conquered place. If you're from Rivers State, this is not a porno. You understand me now? This whole contest means that politically you have been conquered and your territory is now being shared among the rogues that executed the coup, that displaced and dislodged your supposed the democratic institutions in that place. See that way, that's how it is, for real. So it is now being said that their local government chairman slots, they've given Akpabiole 5 slots. So meaning by the time they are going to be swearing for the Wirewike's local government chairman, as it should be, the rest assured that 5 of them got that opportunity, they call it, because Akpabiole approved. It was given 5 slots ahead, 5 local government areas. They just choose. You know, Wirewike does that a lot. When they build all this is fancy shining project, right? Then he named it after, he will name them after his friends, his pals, to give them this sense of fulfillment. And I think that's what's happening with the Rivers State. A lot of the people have signed up for it, a lot are not. But before we get to that Rivers State, here is a message from Acapella. You know, Acapella is a comedian. On top this Ibom Wahala. And when I come back, I'll take you to Rivers. I almost missed that. Listen to this.
Now, straight to the point. This message is to Madam Abix. Mama, you know, they talk about Madam Abix. Abix, you know, the chairperson Nigerians in diaspora or Nigerian diaspora. Mama, another head or human. Another head or human. I don't know the quota where you get. I don't know where your budget is, man. I don't know. You understand? I don't know how many heirs to human before action can be taken. So I'm just asking in case your budget still can accommodate. First of all, irresponsibility in Nigeria is in an all-time high. I condemn in every sense of it that a government official now go post the apology of an individual will violate aviation rule. And then when you talk, some people say that was from my personal hand. You don't say, so I don't really know whether Nigerians generally know get sense, or they just gather some people who know get sense, give their voice. Like a government official in that capacity tweet something, as in post an apology for somebody who commits that kind of aviation offense. You say now from her personal. First, so let me say, if to say Tinubu official handle, official PBAT Twitter, you go say, oh, na Tinubu personal handle. He's not tweeting in the capacity. Una get sense at all. We were in this country when a youth copper, she did not talk down on the youth service corps organization, never. She only came out to rant as a Nigerian who's affected by the situations in Nigeria, especially with the fact that when the president came in, one of the first things he did was to remove subsidy without any cushion effect. And by so doing, everything went on the rise. The girl began cry, say, man, money where they no reach again. She did that rant as a Nigerian. We saw how speedily the NYSC came to take action, to say, oh, she's a core member, she has no right to speak as a Nigerian. Because first of all, she was not wearing a core member uniform. She never spoke about the youth service corps. She was just complaining about situations in the country. Just because they found out that she's a core member, they said she was sworn by, she's guarded by an oath. Now, the Nigerian chairman diaspora, listen, they post an apology of Kwam when I say she did tweet from my person. It's still no get sense for that country. Now the craze finish all of now. Mama, now mama, you be you, we no get another one. Another head or human, or your poster now. And then people that are asking silly questions to say, oh, we need to see what this girl did. They should show us the whole video. When I really the craze. Let me assume that something happened inside that plane that made her react the way she was reacting inside the plane. We saw her hitting 2 different people in that plane. First of all, the one who was standing by the door, we make her no come out. This is after she don't try to destroy things inside that plane. If you have common sense, you will know that that lady standing by that door was only standing there so that security operatives can get there. I know they there, but I can't swear to anything that was the situation. She had to stand there so that security operatives can get there. Okay, we'll forget whatever happened inside the plane. Now that girl there on ground. Did you see how that girl was assaulting both fan staff, was assaulting AFSEC, like aviation security personnel? So everybody weighted her down. Nobody reached to talk to her because somebody provoked her inside plane. And then AFSEC, I know you really understand when I work these days. So what's wrong with AFSEC, bro? Kwam won't reach una dey pet am, una dey beg am. Bro, I be AFSEC, I have cough no that area. And cough cost for Nigeria. As that girl calm down normally, that girl supposed to be on cuffs first. That girl practically harassed everybody. Even me when they watch the video, she harassed me. She nearly tell me slap like these bad habits needs to stop. Nigerians now know they know when something don't do. I'm not even going to use the word scapegoat. Why should there even be a scapegoat? Everybody that has violated, do you understand? Everybody that has violated should face the consequences from Kwam 1 to Kwam 2. Oshomole did this thing the other time. They overlook her. Kwam do you know because that very say to air is human. Mama, don't show you another air with a human now. Use your accommodator now. Post them now. You don't really need to wait for our apology video. Just tweet again. Say, oh, I saw the incident that happened this morning or yesterday concerning a passenger and Ibom Air. To air is human. Una they really the craze. Bad character everywhere. How can somebody be that violent? Wait till you so she is that girl now. If they leave all those personnel, she go free fight all of them in the guise of say somebody provoke her. And then why do we now have to extend so much grace for women when they misbehave? Especially women in the comment section. Oh, they must have been so on say this one are cheating. Oh, you're gonna go cheat the say woman does not just go and cheat, there must have been something he has done. Do you make same excuse? If it was a man that was being that violent, the first one I go talk and I say that's how he beats his wife at home. Imagine the way he's behaving after that. Imagine the woman that married him. The rich woman owner, there must have been something she has done. Now they really they mad for that country. I beg you.
Acapella. The message is taken, delivered. And let us go to that River State now. The action of Ibas and Tifnumbu. Iba is acting based on the authority given to him by Tifnumbu, even though it is illegal. Somebody has something to say about that. You mind?
Firstly, like it is a notorious knowledge, a notorious fact that Air Vice Marshal Ibok, A.K. Ibas, was appointed as a sole administrator by the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria under Section 305 of the Constitution, the emergency rule. And of course, if you look at Section 305 of the Constitution, under which he was appointed, the first paragraph of Section 305 says that the President can declare a state of emergency if, 1, the Federation is at war, 2, if there is an imminent danger of invasion of war in the state or any part of the Federation. So if you put everything, or where there is likely breakdown of law and order. So if you look at that section critically, you will discover that the only reason why a sole administrator is appointed is for the prevention of breakdown of law and order, or ensuring that there is peace and order where there is a likelihood of breakdown of law and order. And the general purpose is to ensure that the security of the states, properties and life are protected. However, I am shocked when I saw that the sole administrator of River State appointed the chairman of River State Independent Electoral Commission. And from what you have explained and disseminated, that they have agreed to conduct election on the 30th of August. I want to submit that there is no law. The sole administrator cannot is not legally permitted to appoint, firstly, the chairman of River State Electoral Commission under the River State Electoral Commission law of 2018. That law says that the chairman, the agency shall compose of 7 members, including the chairman, who shall be appointed by a governor, by the governor of the state, screened and confirmed by the State House of Assembly. Question: the sole administrator is not a governor of the state. He was not elected under any law. Number 2, there is currently no State House of Assembly that can screen and confirm the chairman Monday Ude that he appointed on the 8th of April 2025. So my submission therefore is that the state administrator cannot conduct that election. That election, if conducted, will be illegal, unconstitutional, null, and void. Firstly,
welcome to the party. Welcome to the country of lawlessness. Welcome to Tifnumbunomic. I mean, come on, man. You don't even need to be a lawyer to understand what that simple explanation says. Do you? No, you don't have to be. Their law says governor will select people, forward it to the State House of Assembly for vetting and approval. And then they will now swear for them to swear them in. This guy is not a governor. There is no State House of Assembly, all suspended. But he wants to conduct a local government election. I know you hear this and you just look away and say, oh, Baba, that country is useless. Tell us another thing, Jerry. You know. But here is my guy. The guy that is believed to, in fact, they are accusing him as one of those who misled Fulbara to continue to fight Wiriwike Ikenga of Imo. Yeah? He's back. He has something to say about their planned local government election too. Please listen to this.
So I don't need to do much explanation. Just that you want to hear something from my mouth. The issue here is that no local government in Imo receive anything less than 300 million naira again. So my next visit, I will bring for you people the letter the finance minister wrote to me detailing what have been taken, whether as SS crude, whether as monthly direct VAT, whether as VAT, VAT, all the amount. I'll bring it to you. That's where I saw it. I wouldn't have talked about it if I have not seen it. So when they stopped receiving 200 million was like maybe 4, 5, 6 years ago. Nobody goes below 300, whether it's on Imo that is small in size or whether it's any part of one day. Not talk of him being told those ones are higher. Ngopala them are higher and all those other areas. And I'm telling you that since almost 8 months now, our people have not gone below 400. Maybe 399, 350. We have 2 local governments. So if they receive 400 plus, that's almost close to $1 billion. Drive down to that if you say you have not visited your own local government headquarters. But then you have that passes any local government headquarters, you know the way they are today. And I'm saying this clear. Listen, anybody who doesn't like can go kill himself. This is money that belongs to the people. Sent for that. It's just like federal government tomorrow seizes state allocation and say, governor, let me tell you how to run it. Will any governor agree? So why are you doing it to third tier government? Don't talk of the people that are appointed as local government chairman. So if they say, and I challenge them, if they say that they are doing the right thing, let them publish the template of those deductions and let the people who have the money see it. And I challenge them. There's a template, right, that makes that 400 not to drop in your local government. Let us see how the first 10 million moves, 20. You'll be shocked what you're going to see. But it's not my business about every other part of the state that allows it. I am not saying that this is my fight now. That either God deserves to feel the impact of his monthly revenue. That I cannot continue to build school, build water, do gutter. That is not my job. And the people deserve to get a fair share from their resources. They can't even paint the council. They can't even cut grass. They can't even put ceiling. They can't even put no single health center is working. No school there have debts. Communities are the ones doing some of this or the ones who are bringing in. And then you have received over 20 billion in the last few years. That place. Go and see the way our people are living. Markets will get born, nothing is happening to them. All the markets have been built well, and one that renovated them. Is that what I should be on the streets of Abuja every day, begging for all these things when there is a local government? State is supposed to even be putting money in the local government. Is that not how what the law say? So I am demanding. I want to know, if that wants to know, what happens to our monthly allocation? It's my right. It's the right of my people, and they want to know. So that let's see who on whose authority is those people signing those deductions. That will not come to receive 400 million naira. I don't think give 30-40 million gets to our people. We don't recruit new teachers. Go and see our primary school teachers. I don't know about other local governments. You have to eat before you teach somebody. With all due respect, most of them are going around like beggars because they have nothing. So teaching has become like a course or something. People are not proud to be participating. So those they recruit are people who have been working in marketplace to go and be teaching people. No science lab, nothing. So it's self-help. Even the communities that have vigilante today that is working, it's community that is paying it. So I don't need to do much explanation. Just that you want to hear something from my mouth.
Well, let's save that. That's also part of his briefs there. And he's raising very, very, very salient points. Everybody may be focusing on Tifnumbu and his, plutocrats, his fellow gang of Fort Alibaba and his 50 thieves. But true, the state governors, your state governors, those people are actually not supposed to be surviving your rage if you have an idea of what they do to you. Local government areas are the closest to the people. And even before I left Niger, I remember my own local government area, Odogbolu local government area, had the chance back then was collecting 150, 200 million naira every month on paper, just on paper. So by the time the money is released, it is released straight to an account called joint account between the state and the local government areas. And truly, I don't think my local government ever collected up to 40 or 50 million naira every month. When you go to the local government secretariat, that tells the whole story you need to know. Out of 774 local government areas in Nigeria, I don't think they have a functional 100. I don't think so. So the corruption, the greed is so deep, right? That when they announce that if nobody is giving them more money, because today, with the inflation and the devalued naira, Koolu is sending us, the government is sharing money that a local government averagely gets up to like 500 million naira. When I say averagely, I'm just saying that because there are some local government areas that actually gets up to 1.2 billion naira every month. A month, oh. But you know what happened? It sounds good to say what they get. They don't get it. They don't get any of this money. Because the local government areas, they are filled up with the stooges of the state governors. Representatives of party leaders, who are those who will choose those who are going to become the local government chairman, councillors, and the rest. But they are all to share whatever the governor gives to them. So when this money, supposed 500 million naira is released on paper, they will say, Odogbolu local government collected 500 million naira. But the Odogbolu local government chairman will go there and sign and say, yes, I collected 500 million naira. But by the time he's going to walk out of the office of the governor and the commissioner, after their meeting, he will be walking away with probably like 50, 60 million naira. Do you understand? Because according to them, the governor needs to take care of some people, some leaders. And he must also go back to his local government and share part of that money. So that is what Ikenga was talking about. So they were talking about rivers, the abuse of the local government system, and why, you know, give me a circle. I want to show you something. I should have put it up before. You know, sometimes I can improvise. You get it now? Just improvise, just to kind of buttress whatever points I'm making. Okay, but give me a sec. So 500 million naira. If 774 local government areas in Nigeria indeed are able to get, you know what I mean, like, are able to get up to 500 million genuinely in their cover, there's a lot they could do. Invest in education, you get what I mean, like hire teachers, hire, you know. Anyway, one sec. This is Odogbo. You can use any you know, you can use any local government areas and just say, okay, I want to go and see their local government secretariats. I'll put it on my screen. Give me a sec. Let me share the screen. So if they tell you that this local government collects nothing less than 400 million naira every month. I don't think the Odugbolu people are aware of that. This is my local government, the secretariat, right? Now, you see this arrow here? That is local government secretariat. So now let me see if I can bring it closer and show you the front of the street. Look at this. Can you spot any neatly tarred road anywhere here? Can you say a local government like this, right? 1 second though. I'm going to try and rearrange it enough to, yeah, that's what I want to show you. So look at the area view, right? So this is the local government secretariat here. You get me now? Now take a look at the road network. Look at everywhere. And this is just one town out of the 52 towns and villages that makes up my local government area. Do you get that now? But take a look at the road network. I wanted to show you the front of the local government itself. Let's see if I can show you the front of the local government itself. It is so dilapidated. So dilapidated that you don't even have to worry yourself that developers. This is a place that my town never was like this. So I grew up in this place, so it was never like this. So, but right before my very eyes, I watched as all the tarred roads washed off. You feel me? I watched how, like, majority of them got washed off. This is what local governments probably look like in most part of the contraption. What they do is that when they get that money, they share the money. This gang of people that their Supreme Court declared. Can you see any third road? Is that this red third stuff? I mean, we have here. These are roads that have been there for since Awolowo, since some government in Southwest Nigeria. This road here that you are seeing, the main road here, since then. When Oladipo Dia became the vice president of Nigeria, he didn't add anything, no. It didn't change anything, no. I'm sharing this with you so that at least when I'm talking about your local government or talking about your governor or talking about your town, you won't begin to think that I am targeting you. These are done with about the billions everywhere. Nothing on ground. Nothing on ground. You know? So yeah, it was right anyway, the people of River State themselves, I have actually seen them complain about, the different way, waste management, where their city is now so littered, and they were supposed to have a 1.4 trillion naira budget. It's crazy though, it is. And well, I'll leave that. There are others who are physically on ground. There is a community in Delta State. They have not had electricity for the past 7 years. Yeah, you heard me right. 7 years. Sabalo is a content creator and a comedian himself. He had to take it upon himself to call the governor. Delta State is like a top 3 highest paid states in Nigeria. It's already producing states. But listen to this.
Some months ago, I cried that my community at Barauto in Delta State, there is no light for the past 7 years, and it's going to 8 years now. There's still no light. Yes, Governor Sheriff, I beg you. I know you've tried. You brought a step down for us. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Governor. But please, this step down, no light. If this thing is just decoration, for the past 6 months now, they brought this step down here. There's still no light. So if they bring step down, there's no light. What is the essence of bringing the step down? Please, let them come and on this light for the community. Look at the whole community. The whole community. No light for 8 years. What is going on? Governor Sheriff, please. I know you've tried. You brought the step down for us to come and let them come and power the step down so they can supply the community light. You brought step down almost 6 months. Still no light. What is the essence of the step down? Governor Sheriff, the way I'm calling Governor Sheriff is your order, one phone call, they go on this thing next tomorrow. This is my community. I'm in this community to bury my late mother. So, but I still have to fight for the right of my people. I know they do politics, but these are necessary things a community should have. A citizen of a country should have light. 7-8 years, can't imagine. Imagine we are investing in the community. Imagine how much we spend for light all the time. Or we spend to buy diesel. Community will be say they get oil where they drill oil. Now not get light. Now not give us light. This is a step down. I show them. My governor try, but let them power it so that at least when lights they go get peace of mind. There are so many things I have to complain about this community too, but this one I want.
Since when? Since 2018.
No lights.
May, yes. The day Only of Ife left, because he came to the university.
Okay.
That same day he left. In the night, somebody was shot around there. That was the last time. That was the last time light was in this community. Not until now.
So after Only of Ife left the community,
that very day.
That very day. Since today, no lights.
No light.
Oh, that is bad now. These are basic things the community should have. Lights, good road. See, there are so many things that will complain about this community. So this is just phase 1. Let's go to phase 2. Governor Sheriff, let's say we're not going to quarrel. I don't want to quarrel with you, but I can't give my community light. It's not going to make sense. Make I can't quarrel with my governor. I love you, sir.
To be very careful. I typed into the Google Earth. Somebody was asking me, what was that app that I used in viewing the, no, it is Google Earth. Just type it into your device, Google Earth. And then, you'll be able to, here on this screen, this is the supposed Ekiti local government area in Kogi State. Do you get me now? So if you check them too, at least, hang on, let me see if I can use my 3D. Now, that works, is that? So when you take a look, what you should ordinarily see should be the state of the road network within the inner towns. Maybe, like you have this H here, hospital. You get what I mean now? So if you have hospital, you get to go and say, okay, let's go and see what the hospital possibly looks like. You know, route to the hospital. It's a major highway passing through Kogi, by the way. But when you go around and say, could these people be receiving up to 400 million naira every month? Do you know that corruption? Do you know that? So it's crazy. Let me try another one, which is something we can look at together. Okay, give me a sec. So if you type, if you type in the Google Earth, well, local government, give me a name of a local government, right? Give me a name, just local government secretariat, from any part. And we can look it up and see, you know, the map, the satellite image and all of that will bring it here for us. It is probably expected to be about a 2 months or 3 months old. 2 weeks or 3 weeks old image. Do you get it now? So let's try Obinwa. And I'm going to say Obinwa Local Government Secretariat, okay? Obinwa Local Government in Aba. Oh, that's Aba, is that? Right, let's go check Obinwa Local Government in Aba. So, oh, wow. So, you see, I told you, I said, you're likely going to see probably about 100 actually reflect something. Somebody is here to pepper me. So this is Obinwa local government area. You see this house here? If we zoom it, man, I actually love the scenery, the whole green area where they plant trees and all that. This is in a local government. Let's see if I can get it clearer. Okay. So let's wait for the image to possibly like become clearer. At least when you screen, this is the last screen, right? You can still feel the road quotas, right? You can see the tar road clearly, right? That's the main road. Now, well, I think it is still reflective as well. A situation whereby, one second. So a situation whereby road network, do you get me now? The layout and the rest of that, man, this is nice. So imagine if they are receiving all of their own 500 million every month, what this can do every month in communities like this and other adjoining towns, you know, providing the basic amenities like the hospitals, the schools, funding them, hiring teachers, hiring, nurses, doctors, and all that to serve those communities. So when you hold your criminal politicians, right, when you owe them, you realize that if somebody is asking me to check Isoko, take a look at Isoko. This is Isoko local government, right? Okay. Isoko South government. Sorry. 1 second. So let's say Isoko South. Oh, yeah, there. Isoko. So that's Isoko South. Right? Give me a sec. Anyway, that's just it. Anyway, so take your time whenever you probably want, okay? Take your time and go take a look at your own local government area. See what they are using your own, like Delta State now, right? They actually have local government that collect as much as 1 billion every month in Delta State. They do. So anyway, I'm going to leave this map checking now. Let's go to something else, and yeah, take your time. Go check it out and see how far those guys who are parading themselves as leaders in Nigeria are milking their people and doing almost nothing. And the people are left. Of course, everybody's out there screaming about Tifnumbu and all of that. But mind you, your real enemies are those guys. For real. Because if they actually, not that they get the money as well, but they are just part of the scheme. The state governors in Nigeria they are like the mini emperors. They are so evil. And they are those who are mostly entitled as well. Because they know that they are protected by the federal. Do you understand? As long as they are in the good book of the druggie or anybody up there, they could do whatever they want to do. Sure, you get. So, but if you want to hold these rogues, maybe when you hold the local government executives, the pressure will be enough to actually hold their governor. Just hold this. I mean, just smash the entire system, right? Like break it down, break it up, and the rest, which is my own solution to save us all these headaches of do it this way, do it that way, don't do it this way, and the rest. Why not break the entire thing up and save it, and then save lives? Because as it is in Delta, it's even worse in Ekiti. The actor, Kwam, who was traveling through Ekiti, I believe, decided to make a video when he saw the state of their roads. Baba, Ekiti governor doesn't even live in Ekiti. Do you know that? Ekiti governor lives in Ibadan. He only visits Ekiti once in a while. For real, true story. And there are many other governors who don't even live in their own states. They are visitors to their states. But that's not the point. This guy made that video few hours after he posted to call the attention of the government of Ekiti that do something about this road, please do something, blah, blah, blah. The Ronukus pounced on him. There's no name, they didn't call him. Oh, he's trying to chase clout. Is that what you should be doing? Is that what Omoluabi should be doing? You should not be showing this. So he went on and was like, okay, it's like, you guys are actually mad. The intention is to call the attention of government to it. It's not that the government didn't know, they do know. But call their attention to it. What is wrong with that? Here is that video or videos.
My people, we are in Ijero Ekiti. Base exit kúrò ní Ijero Ekiti. Ọ̀nà tó wà bí ni mo lè pè ní the best express road in the world. Ọ̀nà yẹn dá bàjẹ́. So bá ṣe jáde láti bẹ̀, ẹ wo tó sọ wá dà, ẹ wo tó sọ àwọn àgbààgbà òṣèré dà. That is Ibro San, who I don't know, he was formerly a panel beater. That is Asper Chauvet, who is also a mechanic. I want Tom Dollar all the way from Brazil. Matiloso! Tom Dollar Matiloso! I am looking at the motto. One won't to sell it, I will complain not to see. And look at Baba Ishu Matiloso! I am done here. Look at him far away in Ifaki Landlobai. From Ifaki going to Ado Ekiti. Emma Bawakalo. But don't forget, Hello Summary Part 1 and 2. And also watch Ileimo episode 22, 23. Oti wa lori KWAMFORT TV. Ibolawai, Ekiti don't baby or no one daju in the world. All right, mo discover pé tá bá tin sọ̀rọ̀ about complain nípa àwọn nǹkan ní Nigeria yìí. Àwọn kan máa ń dìde láti fẹ́ máa defend or láti fẹ́ máa feel pé wọ́n sanwó fún yàn àbí nǹkan kan ni. Somebody dropped the comment on the post I made ní ọ̀nà Ekiti when I was going to Ado Ekiti. So somebody made a comment pé they paid me, that's why I'm trying to spoil the governor's name. Who am I to spoil the governor's name? I was even making a joke with the road. But you can see this road now. This road, Aramoko Ekiti, Olatin Jade. Teba wo signboard yìí, ìlú rẹ̀ àbí kan náà gbé sí by say. So ẹni yẹn tún kọ sínú fídíò yẹn ipe ó ṣeé ṣe kó má jẹ́ Ekiti ni mo wà. pé mo kàn wá lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ ibì kan mo kàn fi ń ba orúkọ gómìnà wọn jẹ́ ni ẹ̀yin náà wo ọ̀nà arọ́mọkọ̀ yìí ọ̀nà yẹn bàdì gan títí lọ ìjẹ̀rò títí lọ káàkiri in fact díẹ̀ ló kù láti ìfàkì dé Adó wọ́n ti ṣe yẹn dáadáa láti ìfàkì dádó ó dẹ̀ di street light a máa kọ́mẹ́ǹdì wọn fún iṣẹ́ gidi tó ń ṣe ṣé ta bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí náà tó bá ń dọ́dọ̀ wọn tó bá ti ń try láti tún ṣe ṣé kìí ṣe nǹkan tó dáa ni tá bá dẹ̀ ti ń complain nípa àwọn nǹkan tí ò dáa nínú ìlú ẹ̀yin kan máa ti mú kankan I will drop that person's comment here àtẹni tó drop comment ní Facebook tó ní mò ń tarnish orúkọ gómìnà ní kí ni mo fẹ́ tarnish orúkọ gómìnà fún gómìnà wa ẹjọ́ nítorí ẹnìkan ní federal road ni tó bá tẹ̀ jẹ́ federal road náà ṣebí inú Nàìjíríà ló wà I was complaining about Nigeria as a whole àwọn ọ̀nà kankan wà tí ò dáa àwọn olórí wa Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu president bàbá wa kí yín o ẹjọ́ àwọn ọ̀nà ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ò dáa rárá kò dáa rárá ẹ bá wa ṣe ẹjọ́ ẹ bá wa ṣe àwọn ètò dẹ̀ jẹ́ ti state road náà ẹ̀yin governors wa ẹ bá wa ṣe I've been to Ogun State mo complain I've been to Osun State mo complain I've been to Lagos State some part of Lagos State are also not good ṣé ká wá rí ká má sọ ni I've been to Oyo State náà àwọn ibi tí ò dá ń bẹ̀ àti sọ so ẹ má máa feel pé wọ́n sanwó fún yàn kan ta ló fẹ́ sanwó fún mi lórí àti compare ẹ̀wọ̀nà ẹ̀yin náà ẹ̀wọ̀nà ẹ̀wò tó bá dàbí pé ibi báyọ̀ kì í ṣe Èkìtì State ẹni tó bá mọ bófàsì yìí tẹ bá ń gba bíbá dáadáa ẹ máa mọ̀ pé Èkìtì State ni.
You guys should just imagine ibi báyìí gangan ni mọ́tò wa gbà lọ́jọ́ yẹn tó fi bàjẹ́ so when I was coming back I had to do a video again here truck kan bàjẹ́ sínú bíbá lọ́jọ́ yẹn tí ó lè jáde they had to bring another towing vehicle to pull the car out the truck out just imagine this bad road.
ẹ wo ọ̀nà yìí this road has been like this for years mo máa ń gba bíbá dáadáa àríkọ́ ń ṣe wọ́n pàtì ni kọ́ bá wa ṣe kọ́ ṣe dáadáa káwọn èèyàn lè máa lọ kọ́ máa bọ̀ láyọ̀ àtàláfíà these roads are not good roads tó bá yá sí wọn máa ná gbowó fún wa ni pé kinní kan ẹjọ ẹnìkan ní kì í ṣe Èkìtì ẹjọ ibo ní bíbá Èrìò Èkìtì imagine Èrìò Èkìtì tún lélẹ́yìn náà ẹ wo ọ̀nà bó ṣe rí torí Ọlọ́run káwọn èèyàn máa gbà bíbá every day people are moving through flying this road every day and every time Èrìò Èkìtì it's not good kì í ṣe tá a bá ń sọ kán bá ń bá wa ṣe kò dáa ni tá a bá sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀yin náà lè máa ní àwọn artists wọ́n bá yín dá sí àwọn dẹ̀ ní mouth of the people mouth of the masses tá a bá tún sọ ẹ̀nà gbowó fún wa ta ló fẹ́ gbowó fún wa láti bá ta ni lórúkọ jẹ́ ẹ jọ̀ọ́ gómìnà wa àti olórí orílẹ̀-èdè wa ẹ bá wa tún àwọn ọ̀nà ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ṣe wọn ò dáa rárá.
And that's another thing. To those of you, what do you call it? This hybrid Ronukus, they are kind of like putting up the fight to defend Tifnumbu because it's Yoruba. If you are asked that in the last 2 years, is there something going on in Yoruba land developmentally that is orchestrated by Tifnumbu? Anything major? Road, schools, hospitals in Yoruba land right now? Do you have any? I've been a coastal road, you olori bruku from Isale Gbenya, I've been what's it they call her? Okeho. From your Okeho state, you are talking about coastal road. I am asking you now, any developmental thing going on in Yoruba land at all in the last 2 years that you can say, they already started doing the road, they have already started building, they have awarded this, that, and see, because it is because a Yoruba man is your president. In Oyo State, in Ogun State, in Lagos State, in Ekiti State, in Ondo State, especially Ekiti State, Ondo State, Osun State, and part of that Kwara State, they are Yoruba land. Can anybody here tell me, raise your hand and tell me what is something? I mean, Bokwari was your president, no doubt. So they can, some of you can still point to your renovated, being a rehabilitated track with your old locomotive trains, right? And they have they have a train station for you. They have a train station for you. what's that guy? The Confessor Shoyinka. His own train station is in Abeokuta, I think. Ogun State, okay. So what can you say as a Yoruba man watching me right now and tell me and say, you may not like Tifnu, Mayegun, the reason why they defend Tifnumbu is because do you know that they are already carrying out massive overhaul of all the health centers in Yoruba land, courtesy of Tifnumbu. There is absolutely nothing. You are so daft and so gullible enough that all they needed to get you under their asses is to say because you are Yoruba. That's how foolish you are. Hybrid moron. You know, the hybrid morons are the morons that sometimes they will appear like they are normal, but they are not. You know, normally when you see stupid people, it's not really hard. But the hybrid fools are those ones that if they are better off not opening their mouth. You get what I mean? Like they should never open their mouth to say anything in order to remove all the doubts. Yoruba land right now, there is nothing called federal government project going on in Yoruba land that has any direct benefit to any Yoruba in any part of Yoruba land today. None. But they are telling them that is policy and reforms are for your future. And you are watching them fritter away that same future and that future of your own children. Say you're fighting for Yoruba. Like, are you mad? How do you fight for Yoruba? By shouting on your mandate and your mandate. It's unfortunate, but it's only time that kind of will probably, review. Still talking about the injustice that people faces in that place. Some of them normalized. And others are just what people react to and say, oh my God. Like this one. A country where I just share with you how their infrastructural decay is so massive and so far-fetched, like spread everywhere. So when it rains, because they've got blocked, they've got blocked the drainages. They've not got a proper, planned or planned layout for evacuation of flood water by building a very good underground channel system, drainage system that can take out all this heavy water and discharge them to wherever the end goal will be. Nothing. When they build their roads, they put these open drainages beside just to help them collect all the trash that will get blocked later. And when it rains, it floods everywhere. And they then, not like they also have any plan to help those who are going to be the victims of the flooding. No. They will have to wait for nature to take care of the water, and they can go back to recovering. That's the system that these guys have built. And in that same system, right, they still get punished for it. Criminal politicians that are responsible for all of this are highly respected. They call them honorables. They call them distinguished. They call them excellencies. Sometimes they call them His Royal Highness, Our Royal Majesty. Bunch of stinking elites in that contraption. The victims are their own supposed subject, their own citizens, which they have turned to subjects. A driver got more than he bargained for in Nigeria, in Enugu State, in Nsukka, Enugu, to be precise. He got more than he bargained for when he was dragged down from his car, beaten blue-black, and made to swim in the puddle water, to swim in a mud water, to swim in that flood water as a punishment for for splashing the water that is on the road on their cars. Not on them, on their cars. On their car, rather. So they dragged him out, forced him voluntary slaves.
Splashed water on the army officers, and they used Okada to go and pursue him and catch him back. That's why he's swimming under this dirty water. This early morning, 18th July 2025. So, local government, Petamba should help us clean the drainage Buruburu built since 2016. Clean it.
Driver, sorry, you're on the government. Can do something I also. Yeah. Chineke me.
You get it? The African Wahala was smiling because he's already, he's completed his punishment. A grown man, grown-ass man. Nigeria is a place where you will see grown-ass man being dehumanized on the streets by a frustrated police officer or probably a lunatic soldier. And everybody would now make it a spectacle. They will become the spectators. They will form ring and they will be watching them dehumanize another person. Because they can't go and say stop. So that they won't bounce on them. And if they deal with these guys, what will happen next will be for them to go and reinforce and then brutalize everybody that they can brutalize everywhere. To avoid all of that, Nigerians will just watch you get beaten. If you're lucky that you don't get killed, that's very good of you. I mean, that's kind of lucky. They will form spectator. Everybody, Everything do. He splashed water on the soldiers. Why you go splash water on soldiers? Now he cause anything way in the face. Now it deserve him. I ain't go what? I don't like that people. Why will you go and splash water on soldiers? Now look at how they are. Look at what they are doing. My son, don't splash water on soldiers. So say yes, Papa. I'll make sure that when I grow up, I don't splash water on soldiers. Good. Learn your lesson. You did see him. How is that life? How does that make you a proud Nigerian? And some would say, I am a proud Nigerian. How does that sound? I'm a very proud Nigerian. Proud of my country. You don't have a country. I'm a citizen of Nigeria. Do you understand that the Lulu that makes you feel so confident and like the other deluded ones are those who are abroad, loving Nigeria from abroad. Still, stop saying all this bad thing about your country. All of us have a lot of work to do to make our country work. The way they did Canada. Ask them and say, how you want to make Nigeria work from Canada? You can make country work anywhere. That is why we just have to say good things about our country. Say, all right. Say good things about your country. Is that what is fixing Canada? Is that what runs the system in Canada? Don't compare Canada. Nigeria is sick. The ways are loving Nigeria from abroad. I love my country so much. October 1st goes soon reach now. They will go get different green, white, green dresses for themselves and their children. The children that they would never put on the plane and say, go and spend some time in your mom's country. You know what I mean? Like somebody will just be like, man, I'm sending these children to Nigeria to go and just spend some time there. Just put them in the plane. My sister is there in Nigeria to receive them. These people will love Nigeria so much. But they are the ones who love to do all this, their cosplay. They will dress for their children. Some will even get cake. Some even organize events. They're celebrating Nigeria's independence. Nigeria for life. Our problem be saying now only leader we no get. How many of you say that to yourself? I used to say that to myself too. You don't have a country. You don't have a real place. And to have one, that means you must first of all agree that this one is not real. And then dismantled and put something better in its place. You cannot continue to cover, the injured, what do you call that thing? Your hot finger, right? You can't keep covering it and think it's going to heal. That's not how it works. You don't love Nigeria from abroad. You are just a deluded cunt. And I'm not sorry to say that to you, because you people are so many. You are so defensive of, you're so defensive of the abnormalities. To you, saying all these things is like, demarketing your country, or it's you cannot be saying things like this about your country. Is it because you are abroad? No. You are the deluded mofo that sits abroad to continue to encourage something that actually sent you out of the contraption. If we check, majority of you, the reason why you ran away from that contraption, escaped. This is also part of the reasons. The impunity, the abuse of power, the abuse of human rights, and God knows. You had to escape when you had the chance. Then you go back to America, became an American. Your children are British, your children are Canadian. You are, you can see the world. Then the Olori Brukuara will sit on social media to defend and say, all these abnormalities, they are not that bad. And then you start targeting people to try to gaslight and blackmail them for the rogues who continue to do the same thing that actually got you to run away from Nigeria. Don't you think you are still deceiving yourself that I went for my master's? Lori Bruku, you went for your master's. That's the year 2001. 24 years ago, you went for your master's. I didn't leave Nigeria. I came here for my master's. Ashiri. Went for your master's 24 years ago. You're still doing your master's, Abi? You love the contraption so much. You go to master's 20 years ago. You still did there. You're about to even retire from the jobs you have done. Or you love Nigeria from abroad. Say, well, I am somebody I make the country that ran you out, that you use your whatever reason to escape, has gone worse, has become worse. So it is not actually, except if you are a lunatic, as I said, you shouldn't be sitting abroad and think you are so smart enough to be explaining to people in Nigeria how policies works. Say it takes time. This policy of it takes time. Reform. This reform takes. Meanwhile, if they increase the tax in the country you are living, you will join the rest of them and call for boycott and call for protest, because you know it's a system that works. You will push it until it happens. When it comes to Nigeria, you begin to actually have all the fancy words to describe what Ifnubu is doing. Same thing you did during Bokwari's time. Shame on those who listen to you, though. Me, I can be crude, I can be blunt. The thing I won't do is to lie, because I'll be very honest. And you can sit down there, watch me right now, frown your face, squeeze your face, or even smile. We know ourselves. So your deluded mind, loving Nigeria from abroad, works for those mugus who are your car washers, bag carriers in Nigeria, those who are your errand boys and girls in Nigeria. Yeah, those kind of the theory works for them. Keep telling them, okay? Keep telling them that it's going to be all right. But these ones, they told them for 35 years it's going to be all right. It become like, they be all right anymore. Baba, these criminals are so cold-hearted. They don't collect the house where they give blind people. Blind people self, they protest for force. 35 years civil servants. Look at them. Unpaid. No pension, no nothing. In Lagos, Abi. They call it a solid. Look at those old people. Somebody stole their pension. Spent it probably years ago. They just found out that there is actually no money saved for them and they won't get paid until somebody will now probably use them also to make money by just saying, you know what, we're going to, Tifnubu is about to collect a 780 billion naira bond, is a loan bond to pay pensioners, unpaid pensioners, because somebody else don't steal the money. That's why we call it a contraption. Blind people, people we know they see, they give them house. See, this place so is a sanctuary for the blind people. Anybody we blind come here, you'll be safe. There are other colleagues here will be blind people. And when blind people use their inner eyes, they go, they see you. So it was supposed to be the community of a blind. These criminals still go there, they still took the house. Baba, Nigeria ti baje dey pay blind people they protest. Injustice to blind people. Which injustice person won't suffer when you go blind? People still rob you. It is Nigeria.
Our school, when they close in Nigeria here, we wanted to open. The school are closed since last year. Come and open the school. That is only one school in Nigeria. The federal school. All the certificates. Who's the top? What did they not say any other school? What is
Every day, different wahala. Now you go tire. That's what they say. Now you go tire. And some said that whenever God is kind of like bored, you know, when you are bored and you're like, oh, what can I do? Gabriel, one of the angels. So Gabriel, Abigabi. Yes, God. They change the channel. Put Nigeria on. I need something to cheer me up. Then they will just change the channel and they put Nigeria there, see. out of all my creation, I'm not sure I'm the one who created most of these people too. Like, that is my creation to say, now your handiwork. Remember that day that you said you wanted to create something unique and all that, but then you later just left it for, now your creation will be that too. What we used at the end of the day to create now, then be that. So when God is bored, he put Nigeria on. He laughs, he cries, he pities, and he laughs and all that. Somebody actually said that, figuratively. An unbelievable place. From leaders to followers, There was a time a former president did this. I don't know how many of you remember that. It is also in that contraption. She will me no respect, Abi.
Ibi tí gómìnà bá wà tàbí president bá wà kò sí ọba náà ó láti dìde fún gómìnà tàbí fún president ẹ dìde. Ẹ jókòó. Ọ̀rọ̀ tó sọ yìí ọ̀ ń ṣeré ni àbọ̀ ń ṣe èrè.
That's a bad barrel. Just so you know that the characters that the leaders are not too different from the followers. All right. And they are mostly in the majority. This is the reality of that place. It is a place where anything goes. Sad, isn't it? Very sad. Watch this. Don't worry, I'll tell you what happened in that video. Those were students of the Niger Delta University ahead. So they were writing their, kind of like a GNS course, like a general course where general exam kind of, or an examination in a general course. So it now the hall got overcrowded. And then that led to stampede, the breakdown of one of the railings next to the hall, while some are already inside, like more remained outside. Niger Delta University. Google it. Again, from that same contraption, here is another one. This time, it is a message from the supposed Igbo youth to Tifnumbu.
The senators are deceiving you. We will say it again. The rep members are deceiving you. We will say it again. The ministers are deceiving you. Come and work with the youth, and you get what you want. If you fail, what happened in last election will repeat again.
Nuisance lele. Nuisance lele.
So the first question that, I don't know about you, the first question that came to my mind when I saw that video was like, was that guy a youth? Anyway, they were sending a message to Tifnumbu that the senators, the governors are deceiving him. If you want a different result in the eastern part of Nigeria this time around, you should come and see them and work with the youth. So I hope he gets the message. I'm trying to hurry up now. My time is quite up now, okay? Another one, again, is the system of, what did I describe that as again the last time? I call it a voluntary slave or a systemic way of conscripting people into accepting the slavery that has been somehow sweetly introduced to them. So somebody sent a video from Kirby. It will be like a normal regular video to anyone say, well, I mean, that's what they do, but It's not just what they do, right? It is the criminal politicians in Kirikiri, from what we have gathered. They have been, not just Kirikiri, in northern Nigeria, they have been, Tinubu has released enough money to different characters that you probably don't even know. And they have so much money enough to ensure that they buy as many people as possible. And that's what they think is happening here. But for how much? 1,000 naira? Yesterday it was 400 naira. Today, I think it's 500 or how much? Check.
We are a poor nation. They ban coal, we follow. They say firewood, not smoke. They say we need to plant more trees. And they are not giving us money. We need to open our eyes, shine it, and tell the West, if you don't guarantee our finances and work with us to stop this, we are not going to comply with your climate change. They'll do it.
They'll do it. And that's actually why the people of Abuja should not panic, even though they are worried. When suddenly a very huge number of people suddenly just besieged their communities. And they said they are illegal miners. What are they doing in Abuja? Especially in this community, no real answer yet to Poma put them out there. They said they are illegal miners. But are they going to begin to mine people's homes? Like, I don't know. If you are in Abuja, maybe you have heard about this, or maybe you even saw it too. So what do you think?
These are miners. This is the main house where the origin started.
Yeah. Before you ask, that is Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory of Nigeria. But we're going to find out more. You know that. We will. So they've already started digging. By now, they probably have already dug gullies, pits, and what have you. Looking for what? What do you think they're looking for? What are they mining? FCT Abuja. You're welcome to the party. Ask the people of Zamfara how it all began. Anyway, let's leave that and I'll show you one more thing just before I go. And that is not really like a good one. It's just an update too. So it's been reported that the people of Yawata in Benue State, they have suffered another attack again. This time there is no figure given. We saw their women out. yesterday, demanding for government to do something. They're still asking government to do something. Remember your water, right? That was the place where they killed over 200 people. The Fulani terrorists. They were back. This time, I don't have a figure, but they were back enough to trigger these women out again for hours. Sad, I know. I think I should call it a night. I've had an interesting stretch of a night. It's been all kind of like blended, isn't it? Yeah, so if you have enjoyed this chat, remember you still have that favor you have to do me before you leave, okay? Please, even if you're watching on your TV, grab your phone, and even on your TV, grab the remote control and kind of take the cursor, like the video. It will mean a lot. So yesterday, when I'm still pretty much on my SOS support and all that. So Yima, I got your message, and so many of you as well who would probably love it to remain anonymous. I am still stuck, and I'm pretty much like drowning in it. So indeed, if there is something inside you that still says, I want to reach out, please do. And the earlier, the better as well. I am already considering like just, I don't know, like shutting down for like a week or two just to go and clear my head. You know, like just take my mind off thinking about a lot of this and all that. Just go away for like 2 weeks or a month. And maybe when I come back, I will check if I still probably should be doing this. But it's scary, right? This is part of the thought that goes on in my head every now and then. Like, you know, maybe you should just close the whole thing and go away for like 2 weeks and decide if you still want to do this or not, if it's still worth it or not. But for me, it will always be worth it. I just hope I won't get something that will finally make me feel like, well, you've done well. You've tried your best. It's time to wrap it up. So yeah, if you are reaching out, thank you. I appreciate it. And indeed, I appreciate your time with me every now and then. I hope to be here tomorrow afternoon, by the way, for my brunch time, right? So thank you. Enjoy the rest of your own evening. And should I say good night from here?
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Mayegun dayari dayari politico. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀gọ̀ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́, ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o, ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.